God did. And excuse my language. I don't like to curse in these, but are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? You're telling me there are human beings, there are people who don't believe in us, and God did. I don't think you're hearing me. Let's get real. Let's talk about the real world. 2-3 seconds. This is why I could never give a fuck about a piece of paper. I can never give a fuck about an exam result. I can never give a fuck about anything that didn't happen for me, that wasn't meant to happen for me. This is why I could genuinely care less. I couldn't care less. I physically couldn't, because God believed. Because God did. What that means is there is brilliance and there's excellence, and there are things that God wants to manifest on planet Earth. There are blessings that God wants to give other people through you. And he gave you the ability to do so. He gave you the resourcefulness to be able to use what you have in order to create and to touch as many lives as you possibly can. To be as good as you possibly can and do as much good as you possibly can. God did. God believed. There are human beings who don't believe in you, and God believed. You have the arrogance not to believe in yourself and to doubt yourself. And God believed in you enough not only to give you the ability to do it, not only to give you, because all of these things, if you have the resources, if you have the ability, all of this is finite if you didn't see anything for yourself, if you didn't have vision, if you don't have a dream, if you don't have the capacity to dream. Now, when I say a dream, it sounds very specific, doesn't it? If you don't have the capacity to want to do big things, God gave you that. You gave you the ability to touch this many lives. He gave you the ability to go out and do that thing. And you're fucking keeping it to yourself. You're busy worried about what so-and-so thinks. Oh, they won't believe in me when I'm busy starting this thing. Hey, bro, I'm going to look stupid. I'm not going to know what I'm doing. Bro, God believed in you. He believed in you enough before conception to give you the gift that he wants the earth to experience. He wants us to experience your excellence and your brilliance, and you're keeping it to yourself. How dare you? How dare you spit in God's face like that, bro? After all he's done for you, giving you all this, and you're gonna let a test result hold you back. You're gonna let an interview that didn't go your way. You're gonna let whatever is causing your doubt, whatever is causing you to doubt what God gave you, is it's so mediocre and so insecure. Like, actually think about it. Please fathom this for 2-3 seconds, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Now, the fearfully is, I looked up the definition of this. It means with great reverence and understanding. You're very consciously, like God took his time when he made you. And he believes. He believes. DJ Khaled has this thing, he goes, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? These people don't believe in us, and God did. Get your shit together and go fucking even harder, because he believed. And every time I see it, it touches the very bottom, the very core of my being. Because I understand that. I understand that innate feeling. And that's why you have to take the glasses off and say, okay, now let's get to the real for a couple of seconds and talk about. I go through whatever systems, say, let's take the education system. I go through the education system. I'm like, man, I like this part, I like that part, but I don't fuck with all this. What's all this? All this extras. I'm literally not interested in that. Why do I have to learn it? But like, why do I literally have to learn? And I'm like, I don't care about that. I'll just do excellent in the stuff that I'm good at, and I won't really pay attention to that other shit. And then eventually, say, okay, even before that, it's as you're going through the system, you're like, man, I'm actually really, really good at the science thing. I'm really good at history. I'm really good. Okay, so all these theoretical subjects, these research subjects, these, you know, the things that actually need you to have like some foresight, this and that. My gifts. The things that require my gifts, I'm excellent at. But there are things that I'm not that gifted at that actually have more weight. How does that work? How's that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, what about me? Well, these people are getting great marks, but I know I'm smarter than, but I know I'm more gifted in these avenues. But there's a more respected, I guess. I'm like, oh, okay, okay, no, it's fine. And then obviously you go through it, and at the end of it, there's a piece of paper they give you, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And people have certain opinions about the piece of paper, and there are a lot of people out there who either got a certain piece of paper and allowed it to define them, or they didn't get a certain piece of paper and they allowed that to define them. But they have this dream, they have this vision, they have the resourcefulness, or more important, the resources. They have the resourcefulness. When I say resourcefulness, I'm saying that this right here, this light that I'm using, this light that's holding up this phone, that I got because I'm a good networker, because I used my skills. I used what God gave me, and I engaged and connected with people, and this was bought for me. Not by a parent, but by someone that I've met along my journey, who said, nah, that guy's doing something. And the reason why they bought this is because I started doing something. It's use what you've got. It's all of that. And this is a very minute example, but what I'm trying to get to here, and the reason I made today's video, and the reason why it wasn't even in the schedule, wasn't even in the plans, but this right here, man. Really, bro. It breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart that there are people out there who are keeping to themselves magnificence and excellence that God wants to express on planet Earth. And they're keeping it to themselves because someone told them that they weren't good enough. And God believed in you. God believed in you enough to give you the gift. And instead of sharing the gift, you're busy being self-conscious over some fucker's opinion. Some fucker who doesn't believe. And God did. Yo, bro, I don't know. Oh, this is maybe take 3 because I really can't convey, like, yo, you know Rick Ross, there's a line. I'm not a very big Rick Ross fan, but there's a line in Lemon Pepper Freestyle in the beginning of it. He says, I pray these motherfuckers understand how passionate I am. Like, I pray, bro, because I can't put into words how much it ticks me off when I see people who would be excellent, could be excellent, and are not because they're self-conscious. I'm like, that's so arrogant to be self-conscious, you know? It's so fucking arrogant. Because of what you think and what you think other people will think, you're now keeping to yourself a gift that God gave you to give to the world. And you're allowing yourself to be defined by other people, to be defined by events, to be defined by a piece of paper, to be defined by opinions. Because say you go to a family gathering and they say, oh no, that's that person, man. That's just Banban Yamaz. Yeah, he's just doing a thing now. Don't worry about that. He'll get over it. He'll come back around. Nah, fuck that, dog. If it's your thing, it's your thing. Do it, bro. Express it. And if you fall flat on your fucking face, then happy doing. That's when you know it's real, or if it's real or not. is when you fall flat on your face, when nothing is popping. That's when we'll know about, okay, is he real? Let's see if he gets up. Let's see how quickly he gets up. Let's see how he changes and improves when he gets up. There's something there. Eh? So I don't make today's video too long, but I'm sick and tired of you motherfuckers, bro. I'm sick and tired of motherfuckers just not doing what God put them on this earth to do. I'm sick and tired of it. It irks me. And there are tears in my eyes just thinking that there's so much. We're in South Africa. We're on the planet, we're on the planet Earth. We're on the continent of Africa. And the continent is blessed with so many problems to solve, and we're the solution. And you're the fucking solution. But you're too busy worried about this and that, and no, I didn't pass that test, so I didn't do. Bro, who the fuck made that test up? Was it God? Was it God? If it wasn't God, Chief, then it's not your destiny. You know? Only you decide your destiny. Based on the gifts that God gave you to give to us. You selfish bitch. Oh yeah, bro. It's late. It's like it's 12:30 in the morning. I've been recording all day, so maybe I end up not posting this, but more than likely I will end up posting it because it's me, and I like, obviously I believe in God, and I believe that he wouldn't put this message in my heart if he didn't want someone to hear it. Maybe the rest of the people that I put content out for, because I'm heavy on business. That's my thing, and that's what I believe the solution to Africa's problems is. But maybe there's someone who I needed to touch, who I needed to wake the fuck up, because they're not understanding that God did. That when no one else believed. And you don't need anyone else to believe except for yourself, because God believed in you enough to give you the gift to begin with. I don't know, I can't put into words that part, just that part. God believed in you enough to give you the gift to begin with. He believed in you. He believed, when I give this person this thing, it's the thing that the David Goggins talks about. Hey, his fear is that one day, or his fear was one day he'll get up there and God will say, read this. And he gets there and he's like, hey, David Goggins, you passed the Marine test, the Air Force, this, that's not me. And God says, oh no, that's who you were supposed to be. That's what I gave you the ability to be. That's who I wanted you to bring to the earth. And at however old David Goggins was when he turned his life around like that, it was because he had that internal thought and that internal conversation. And he literally went from someone who was, quote, a failure, not even quote, he was straight up a failure, because he had failed his own potential. Not because he'd failed by anyone else's metric, but because he knew what he was supposed to do on planet Earth. And he knew how much he was supposed to apply himself. And he didn't. He allowed other people's opinions, other people's thoughts. He allowed that to stop him for years. And the day he woke up, he becomes David Goggins. So, if that's you, if I'm talking to you, and you have this thing, I'm not saying start big. I'm saying start with what little you can. If, whatever your thing is, start with what little you can. I'll make an example of a content creator, because and again, creating content isn't my main thing. I'm a business guy. I love business, but it's a vehicle. You touch a lot more people, and it's it's a completely different part of my life than my passion. But as you can see, I'm also passionate, and I'm called to speak, to have these conversations, and just to wake one motherfucker up. There's one motherfucker that I'm talking to out there, and I pray that you see this video. Get your shit together and go even harder, because God believed. Thank you. And if you're still watching this video, I thank you very much. I love you and appreciate you, man. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. If you want to see the more businessy stuff, then here's my last video that I posted up. And if you like more of this type of content, then I did a bit more of it. Probably not as good as good a production, but it also speaks to starting. And that's right there. So love you guys, appreciate you guys. Sage, signing out.